one of the greatest things I've heard you say about you and Dr. Dufresne is y'all pay whatever it costs to get in the meetings to learn these things with Brother Hagan.
Uh-huh. Anything of worth doesn't come cheap. And what you value will cost you something. And I'm not talking just finances. It'll cost you time.
Right.
It'll cost you. You have to show interest. You have to, if I could say this, be willing to step away from your own projects, your own responsibilities, so that you can receive of a greater flow that might come through someone else. And if we're not careful, Dad Hagan used to say this in his services. He'd say, busy, 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 busy. What was he saying? So many ministers are so busy with their own responsibilities that they won't step away from their responsibilities to have their offices and mantles enhanced. They won't take time to get around others. It is critical. And I was thinking about this morning before I came here, is that what is lost in the lives of ministers and in their mantles when they won't on purpose get in services of someone else who is further advanced than them. That they will, if I would say this, they'll almost grow stagnant. If they're not in right fellowship with other ministers. We need the fellowship of other ministers. We need to be, it's a refreshing to our mantle. It's a refreshing to our office. It's a refreshing to us as human beings.
Yes.
But it also keeps us mindful that we haven't arrived. There's always further we can go. And we have to pay the price to be in those settings. So Ed and I, at times when it was tight for us financially, we would make sacrifices to buy airline tickets, pay hotel costs, rental car, all of that to be in Dad Hagan's meetings. And we would go for a week or so to be in Dad Hagan's meetings. That was a week he wasn't preaching and receiving income, so to speak, through his road ministry. Right. But that's what I'm talking about. If something's of value, it's going to cost you something. And if you won't give up finances to be somewhere, and people will say, well, I can stay home and watch. You can't be in the atmosphere and get it. And receive. You can't just stay out of that atmosphere and get what God has to. You have to pay a cost to get in the atmosphere. And if you'll do that, the rewards of that coming back. Now, you know the story of before Ed was in the ministry and he was serving in his local church. And he received an advertisement about the Full Gospel Businessmen's World Convention. And God spoke to him, said, go there. He said, God, I don't have the money. He said, sell your house. Look at that, Tony. Sell your house. How many people would sell their house to be where God told them to be? Just to be in a meeting. Right. Just to attend a service, not preaching, attending a service. Sell your house. Now, I recognize God's not going to tell everybody to sell their house. But if God says something if God tells you to be somewhere, there's a reason. It's not just so that he's just filling your calendar. There's something connected to it. And when he sold his house, it sold the next day. And he was able to go there. And that's the service where he heard the first time the Word of Faith message preached. Not only that, he heard John Osteen for the first time. He heard Kenneth Copeland for the first time, and he heard Kenneth Hagan for the first time. And God said, this is the reason, the primary reason I brought you was to be exposed to Kenneth Hagan. He said, he's to be the spiritual father into your life. Stay with him. And he did. We stayed with him till he went home to be with the Lord. But Tony, it was also in that set of meetings where Jesus walked in and put a healing anointing in Ed's hand. It cost Ed something to be where God told him to be.